Good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome you to our annual JJDPC awards ceremony. It's wonderful to see everyone here. It is my honor and privilege to introduce a visionary leader whose dedication and strategic vision have shaped the landscape of Riverside County, Mr. Jeff Van Wagenen, our esteemed county CEO. With an illustrious career spanning decades of service to our community, Mr. Van Wagenen has distinguished himself as a dynamic force for progress and innovation. His unwavering commitment to excellence, coupled with his deep-rooted passion for public service, has earned him the respect and admiration of all who have had the privilege of working alongside him. Under Jeff's steadfast leadership, the county has thrived, navigating through challenges with resilience and foresight, while embracing opportunities for growth and development. His strategic initiatives have propelled our county forward, fostering economic prosperity, enhancing public safety, and promoting inclusivity and equity for all residents. Beyond his professional achievements, Jeff is renowned for his integrity, humility, and genuine care for the well-being of others. He leads not only with authority, but with empathy, always striving to create an environment where every voice is heard and every individual is valued. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Jeff Van Wagenen, a champion for progress and beacon of inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you for that introduction, Chair. I'm going to need a copy of that. That might be the best I've ever heard. I'm not sure who it applies to, but I'll certainly take it. Good afternoon and welcome to the Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Commission Annual Awards Ceremony. It truly is an honor for me to stand before all of you as we gather to celebrate remarkable achievements and unwavering dedication to all those who work to make a difference in the lives of our youth. It's also a special privilege for me today to share the program with Supervising Judge Peterson. There was a time, what feels a lifetime ago, when we were young lawyers. I'm not sure we were ever young lawyers, but when Judge Peterson and I used to handle cases together and on opposite sides of the aisle. And it's an opportunity to hear from someone who's done this work for a long time and what it means. So thank you for being here, Judge. The mission of the JJDPC is not merely about correcting behavior, but it's about guiding our young people towards a brighter future. It's about providing them with opportunities, support, and encouragement, all of the things they need to realize their full potential. Today, we're here to acknowledge the outstanding individuals and organizations that have gone above and beyond in this noble endeavor. Each of you plays a crucial role in the shaping of the lives of our youth. Whether you're a mentor, a counselor, a social worker, a law enforcement officer, a community leader, or a volunteer, your commitment to this cause is invaluable. You are truly the beacons of hope that light the path for our young people, showing them that despite the challenges they may face, a better future is always within reach. And to our award recipients, which is the reason we're all here today, your exemplary efforts have not only transformed the lives of youth, but serve to inspire all of us. Your work reminds us that positive change is possible and that every young person deserves the chance to succeed. Your dedication, compassion, and belief in the potential of our youth are what drive our mission forward. As we celebrate together, let us also remember that our work is far from over. There are many challenges ahead, and we must continue to strive for a system that is fair, just, and supportive. We must continue to advocate together for policies and programs that address the root causes of delinquency and provide our youth with the resources they need to thrive. Together, we can build a community where every young person has the opportunity to grow, to learn, and to succeed. Together, again, together, we can create a future where our youth are empowered to make positive choices and become the leaders of tomorrow. Thank you for your dedication, your passion, and your unwavering commitment to the youth of Riverside County. Congratulations to all the award recipients, and may this afternoon's celebration be a reminder to the impact that we can achieve when we do things together. Thank you very much.
It is now my great pleasure to prepare to welcome a distinguished jurist whose unwavering commitment to justice and compassion has made an indelible impact on the lives of countless individuals, the Honorable Marquis Peterson. Throughout his esteemed career, Judge Peterson has exemplified the highest standards of judicial excellence, dedicating himself to upholding the principles of fairness, integrity, and equity within our legal system. Judge Peterson's passion for juvenile justice reform and his steadfast advocacy for the well-being of our youth have earned him widespread recognition and admiration. His leadership has played a pivotal role in shaping policies and programs aimed at rehabilitation, intervention, and prevention, ultimately paving the way for a brighter future for our most vulnerable population. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to the Honorable Marquis Peterson, presiding judge of the Juvenile Court for Riverside County.
And like Mr. Van Wagenen said a few minutes ago, could I please get a copy of that? Because I don't know who you were talking about, but I'll take it. It's really a pleasure to be here this afternoon, and I would like to thank Chris Colopy and the Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Commission for inviting me to this very special event today, where we are going to be able to honor some very special people, some very special organizations, and that is really an exciting time. So thank you for inviting me. It is definitely an honor to be a part of this event. And you know, when the JJDPC asked me to attend this event, I think it was last year, perhaps the year before, I was very excited then, and ever since then I've been looking forward to coming back. So this is a great time. The Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Commission is tasked with the responsibility, as we have heard, with assuring the highest standards of care and services that are provided to our youth within the juvenile justice system. Further, the committee is also tasked with coordinating on a countywide basis the engagement of community agencies in providing these services. Additional services provided by this committee have included yearly inspections of private and public institutions that serve our youth. As the presiding judge of Riverside County, I am tasked with the responsibility of personally inspecting each and every detention facility throughout the entire county. I can't do that. That is too much work. But this committee has so kindly stepped in, and I think they conducted 15 distinct inspections of group homes, juvenile institutions, and secure detention facilities in 2023. This was a tremendous help in the workload for the court, and so for that I'm very appreciative and very thankful to the commission for stepping in and helping me do that. But today we are going to be able to honor several individuals for their hard work and their dedication. And let me just say in advance, thank you so very much for what you do. Your actions, your time, your energy, and devotion are all vital to the success of our youth and the programs that you are involved with. Those being recognized today have shown a commitment to excellence, which does not go unnoticed. The Probation Department, which is a department I've worked closely with for nearly 17 years now, is a department that works very, very hard. With a growing population of adults and minors, there's no shortage of work to be done here in Riverside County. And with resources being such a precious commodity, the Probation Department still gets the work done. And I might add, they get it done very, very well. There are so many wonderful, talented individuals in the Riverside County Probation Department, and it gives me, again, great pleasure to participate today and to take a few moments to sit back, perhaps relax a little bit, as those folks are honored. Now, to ensure that our youth are successful, it does take a lot of innovation, planning, and implementation of services by individuals such as those in the Probation Department. And it takes folks that are willing to go the extra mile and above the call of duty. And for that, we recognize many of them today. As a Superior Court judge here in Riverside County, I have had the distinct pleasure to meet so many wonderful and dedicated individuals that day in and day out work towards making a youth's life better and their dreams achievable. It is truly rewarding to be a part of what you do. I have personally observed firsthand in my courtroom youth that have made excellent choices, that have turned their lives around, and with help from the good people of the Probation Department, that they did not give up on these youth, but they persisted in providing them opportunities, advice, guidance, and mentorship until the very end. And it is so amazing to see these success stories in the courtroom and to know that these youth are on their way to a better life. Those being recognized here today have served with distinction in what has become a very challenging time in the courts. And as mentioned before, we have had a surge in population here in Riverside County that is not necessarily commensurate with the surge in new employees being hired or the probation department being expanded. So we are all working harder and harder every day, perhaps with less and less resources. Probation does assist the court in many ways. We have detention hearings and reports that provide us with recommendations for the court to follow. We have supervision of youth with review hearings and memorandums for recommendations for the court to follow. And we also have violations of probation occasionally, where a youth comes back into court to be talked to about their violation, again with a memo and recommendations for us to follow. And I've got to tell you, the court is so appreciative of the hard work that the probation department does in providing us that information so that we can make good decisions on behalf of the youth and help them on their way. The probation department's efforts and work and information they give the court is absolutely critical and is an important part of what we do. I know it is not an easy job for the probation officers, nor is it necessarily an easy job for the judges who have to ultimately make a decision. But for those of you being recognized today, you have shown the ability to provide the court with helpful and accurate information, and oftentimes have gone above and beyond what might be required in a report, and providing us information to better inform us of a unique or particular situation. And so we are here today to celebrate your work. You are a distinct part of a very large organization, and you represent the best of the best. As I conclude my comments, I would like to say that I know after speaking with Chris Colopy that the JJDPC has many plans in the works to assist our youth in eliminating negative elements in their youth's lives, elements that can often lead to delinquent behavior, such as school attendance, human trafficking, school-related violence, and bullying. These are just a few of the areas that we must tackle and tackle well. I applaud the committee's efforts as they work on these issues and develop programs and solutions to combat these important issues. And so again, on behalf of the Riverside County Juvenile Court, I would like to say thank you again for all that you do, and congratulations on some very well-deserved awards and recognition this afternoon. I look forward to our continued working relationship as we serve the youth here in Riverside County. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Mr. Colby.
So once again, welcome to our dignitaries, guests, dedicated commissioners, and cherished members of our Riverside County community. My name is Chris Colopy, and I am proud to serve as chairperson of the JJDPC. It's with great joy and gratitude that we gather this afternoon for our annual award ceremony. This afternoon is a celebration of commitment, excellence, resilience, and an unwavering dedication to the betterment of the youth in our community. To my colleagues, our esteemed commissioners, I'd ask you to stand for a moment, please. I extend my deepest appreciation for your tireless efforts and unwavering dedication. Your commitment of hundreds of hours to ensuring the welfare and future success of our young people is truly commendable. Through your passion and determination, you have been instrumental in shaping policies, advocating for change, and providing support to those who need it most. Your selfless service embodies the spirit of compassion and empowerment, and for that we are immensely grateful. Today, as we honor the outstanding achievements of individuals and organizations who have made significant changes to their life paths or contributed in some meaningful manner to juvenile justice and delinquency prevention, let us also take a moment to reflect on the collective impact of our actions. Each award recipient represents a beacon of hope, a source of inspiration, and a testament to the power of community collaboration. As we come together to celebrate these accomplishments, let us reaffirm our commitment to fostering a safe, inclusive, and supportive environment for all young people. Together, we have the power to create positive change and build a brighter future for generations to come. Once again, I extend my warmest welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you for your unwavering dedication, your tireless advocacy, and your profound commitment to the well-being of our youth. We celebrate not only our achievements, but also the limitless potential of our community to make a difference. Thank you. Now I'll introduce you to our Vice Chair, Paul Parker, and Commissioner Amanda Wade, who will take you through the rest of our program today.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad that you're here. This is an important afternoon for us, and hopefully for you. I can tell you on behalf of my fellow commissioners that I think we cherish the opportunity to participate in the endeavor that we choose to go through all year long, and we thank you for that responsibility. Our first award this afternoon is the Juvenile Justice Public and Private Partnership Award. This will be presented by the Riverside County Probation Department. It will be presented to the organization Kids in Conflict, or KIC. I'd like to ask Assistant Director Emil Fisher and Director Crystal Neto to come up to present this award. And also, on behalf of Kids in Conflict, I'd like to have Deloise Leonard, who is a board member, Dr. Robert Cummings, Sr., Mary Parker, who is a board member, and Mary is also a retired probation corrections officer from Indio Juvenile Hall to come up. Assistant Director Fisher, before our meeting, mentioned that he might go off topic. So if that happens, this is the sign that I told him you'd give him, okay?
Thanks. A very big thank you to the commissioners, and we all applaud what you do, and we're really grateful that we have this opportunity to present the various awards. And on behalf of all the presenters, thank you very much for your time and service. I have the distinguished pleasure to introduce the award for the Kids in Conflict Foundation. Behind me are the various commissioners and board members from the program. And I'd like to sort of give you a feel for what they do. First and foremost, rehabilitation is a team sport. The detention centers, the facilities, in no way are an island. We embrace, we welcome all the community support and those who are willing to step forward and help us in our mission. And this group has stepped forward in spades. They are a blessing to both Indio Juvenile Hall and the other facilities. And I'll just give you a brief overview of their mission and how they've supported us. The foundation organization has been a steadfast partner with Riverside County Probation. They provide resources and funding that directly assist all of our youth with targeted programs, motivational speakers, academic resources, recreational supplies, and they do this all year round. They do all kinds of service. They meet monthly, they come forward, they interview some of the kids on occasion. They just make sure that we are providing the services that we need to provide, and they give us valued feedback. Their mission is obviously to help us and bring these programs forward, and what they do annually for the holiday season is they have what they call a wrap party. Now imagine incarcerated or detained youth during the holidays. There's some emotional components for that. They bring almost 100 volunteers into the facilities, and they bring gifts and help us wrap them and help us just the holiday spirit through songs and hymns and just a general festive for the Christmas holiday. We support them with some food, but they bring just the positive emotion from a holiday. and bring it forth not only to our peers that work there, who are just refreshed that they are not alone and that the communities come forward to help them in our mission, but also we get to see the joy of the kids' faces when they see those gifts on Christmas morning. You know, I've had many times where I've had the pleasure of playing Santa and leaving the little gifts out. Just to see the joy and the community support, reminding both our staff as well as the youth, they're not alone or forgotten on the holidays. And that's just been a joy for years. They've stepped forward on this. They embrace and support the Real Men Read program. It's a literacy program in conjunction with the DA's office and other volunteers. Literacy and education is a huge component of detention and services to help these youth regain back into the community. And they really push forward on the education in the Real Men Read program, and they come down to the units and they work with the youth specifically on literacy and reading. They provide support not only to the youth through the gifts and other things, but also to the families. There's a lot of components that help make the decisions that brought the youth to us, and we're really working with a community effort, both on our half as well as their organization, to reach out to the families, to restore them, so that when the kids go home, there's a healthy environment to be able to return to. In addition, you got to pay for all this. So they do an annual golf fundraiser. I had the pleasure of attending that. I was not a golfer, but I was there to witness. And hundreds of people were, they maxed out the max pairs they could in the golfing tournament. They had a full set. Everybody had a great day. Everybody that was there reminded of the mission of the organization. We really were happy to see them step forward and bring forth the funding. The community stepped up to support them in the mission, which shows that not only do we value what they do, the community at large values what they do. And they are this year's winner of the Public-Private Award, and that's the Kids in Conflict Foundation. And we thank them for their time, energy, and resources. Thank you all.
Our next award is the Community Delinquency Prevention Award. It is presented by this commission, the JJDPC. And there are two award winners today. The first is Do the Right Thing program. And I would like to ask Dr. Terry Keetover, who is the founder of Do the Right Thing, and her husband, Dr. Bart Keetover, to come forward to present this award, to accept this award.
Hi.
Thank you.
How do you?
Thank you. Just a second, we'll get through this. Also attending is Mike Vejas, Lieutenant in Patrol and Support Services from the Palm Springs Police Department.
This is a great opportunity for me because you are all people that are involved in making sure that our youth have bright futures. And I want to take just a moment to tell you who we are, because we are working for the same thing. In 1990, I was a consultant for the City of Miami Police Department, and I witnessed a young man who was called forward at one of the award ceremonies because he turned in a loaded gun. His friends had asked him to keep the gun or give it to them, but he decided to turn it in to a local police officer. And as this young man walked up and was applauded by 500 City of Miami police officers, he lifted his head up and tears ran down his face, and he smiled. And after the program, I said to the chief, with a background in psychology, we need to be doing this regularly. We need to be rewarding kids for doing the right thing. That was 1990. There are now 70 chapters of Do the Right Thing around the United States, in England and in Germany. We have recognized over 500,000 young people. Every young person who is nominated receives a Do the Right Thing t-shirt and a letter of commendation because they're all winners. 5 to 10 young people are selected each month for special recognition and come to police officer ceremonies all over the country. Last year, we started Do the Right Thing Greater Palm Springs. We have an amazing police chief, Andrew Mills, who wanted this program because he believes in the civility that it imparts in young people in the community. We have to date recognized 600 young people in just a year. We have given special recognition to 68 of them at award ceremonies at the department. They get certificates of commendation from the various cities throughout Coachella Valley, from the State Assembly, and from the U.S. House of Representatives. This makes a huge impact on them. You just need to come to an award ceremony and watch these kids, the look on their face and their families, to see that we are changing their lives. We recognize kids who have done heroic things. We recognize kids who have had bad attitudes and turned themselves around, who were delinquent from school, who were tardy, and they changed their attitude. That's heroic to us. We want these kids to know they've been seen because they've done the right thing. I want you to know that police chiefs around the country in the 34 years of our existence have told us that they have seen a huge difference in the civility of young people in their community, a decrease in delinquency, and a fellowship develop between the kids, their families, and the police. That's our goal. I'd like to thank Lieutenant Mike Villegas for nominating us and for his untiring efforts in helping us as our liaison with the Palm Springs Police Department and the community. And I hope any of you that have an interest in looking into Do the Right Thing for your city, please get in touch with us, dotherightthingps.org. Thank you. And I'd like to thank my husband who drove me here. On our 39th wedding anniversary, we're spending it with you.
The next Community Delinquency Prevention Award goes to the Lake Elsinore Sheriff's Explorer Program. And we'd like to call up Deputy Ivan Sanchez, who has brought some explorers with him, if they'd come forward. And also we have some advisors here that are welcome to come up with Ivan, Deputy Sanchez, Corporal Mendoza, Officer Serrato, and Officer Baca.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Deputy Ivan Sanchez, currently been assigned to the Lake Elsinore Sheriff's Station for 5 years. And oftentimes, many of us, when we start out, we always start out with the intention of doing good and so on as our careers. One of the things that I've experienced, the community never calls us out when we do special events like this. Majority of the time, they call us out in a time of need, and basically, they have a dilemma where they can no longer handle the situation. Oftentimes, I've been to residences where I've had to arrest juveniles. In that conclusion, I do understand juveniles make a mistake. I don't think it was a tremendous mistake. I often think it's a little mistake, which can be prevented moving forward. One of those things is I think juveniles need a mentor, and they need a little bit of guidance in life in order to persevere forward. With that being said, I was asked about almost 2 years ago to be an Explorer advisor. I myself am an Explorer as well, and I have seen that the program works tremendously. It was almost about 10 years ago that I was an Explorer myself, and in their shoes. So one of the things we do in the Explorer program, often we try to guide the Explorers, pretty much teach them the basic fundamentals of law enforcement. So with that being said, what few of the requirements that we have is they must have a 2.0 GPA, they must attend weekly meetings, and overall must commit to a total of 10 hours of community service hours throughout the month. So some of the basic law enforcement skills we teach them is we do marching. So with marching comes the discipline, the teamwork. Although now there's only 4 of them, we have a total of 12 in our post. And lastly, it builds them the confidence in order to keep moving forward and take on the next step, whether it's scenario training, report writing, or any of the many multiple tasks that we have in law enforcement. Also, radio codes and physical fitness. We strongly encourage our explorers to learn them and then also keep up with physical fitness. We do once a month where we do our radio codes tests and then also our physical fitness. Although we harp on them, as they go through the academy, that is not the end of their physical fitness journey. As I have been out of the academy for almost just under 10 years, and I still keep up with my physical fitness. One of the things that we talk about is time management and responsibility. Although they're just juveniles, we prepare them for adulthood. So one of the things we treat them to a higher standard, and as they go on, whether they become law enforcement or other careers, we treat them to a higher standard. As when they become adults, the stress doesn't get any easier. So with time management, as they know, police officers and deputies, we have to do time management, such as report writing, answering calls for service, assisting our partners, and many more responsibilities that we have. The explorers have also attended many DUI checkpoints, alcohol beverage control operations, where they are sent in at the direction of the deputies to go buy alcohol, whether it is targeting the businesses or civilians. People know they're not supposed to be buying alcohol, so they know they're not supposed to be buying alcohol, so every time they do it, they have a blast. So in the past years and coming up in this summer, explorers have also attended the Explorer Academy and also Explorer competitions. So with that, we take them to the shooting range where they have been. Also, deputies have many jobs, so we've also done a jail tour and also a court tour. And lastly, I just want to say this, just Lake Elsinore alone, within the last 3 years, there have been a total of 12 explorers that now currently work in the law enforcement capacity, whether it's the sheriff's department, a local police department, forensics, and other military law enforcement entities. Thank you.
Our next award is the Bert R. Van Horn Memorial Award. It is presented by the JJDPC and Riverside County Probation Department. The Bert R. Van Horn Memorial Award is presented annually by each of the juvenile institutions to honor an individual who has gone well above and beyond to serve the youth in their care. Each of their names will be included on a permanent plaque in each of the institutions, as well as individual awards being awarded to each person. We do have 3 staff members receiving this award today. So for the first one, I'd like to call up Matthew Thompson, Assistant Division Director of Southwest Juvenile Hall, to present, Daniel Castaneda, to present the award to Danelle Southall, Clinical Therapist for Riverside University Health System at Southwest Juvenile Hall.
Donnell, can you join me, please? So Matt sends his regrets. He was actually ill today and couldn't make it. So it gives me great honor and pleasure to recognize Mr. Donnell Southall as the Southwest Juvenile Hall Bert R. Van Horn Award winner. Donnell is a dedicated therapist who sincerely enjoys his job and genuinely cares for the youth he serves. He is a vital team member at Southwest who displays a strong work ethic, a positive attitude, and wait for it, a contagious smile. Since he began serving youth in 2020, Mr. Southall has contributed countless hours of behavioral health services to youth in need. I met Donnell in 2020, and right off the bat, I knew he was going to be good, but he has far exceeded my expectations. Over the last year, Mr. Southall has thrived in his involvement and impact despite the ever-growing demands of his position. His efforts to assist justice-involved youth are extraordinary. He meets with youth during individual sessions, family sessions. He facilitates behavioral health groups. He builds rapport by engaging with youth, and often can be seen in some spare time, believe it, it does happen, playing basketball and playing cards with the youth to continue building rapport. He truly makes the youth feel safe and comfortable with him. Donnell plays a vital role with the treatment team, contributing feedback and data to assist the unit supervisors to better meet the youth's needs. He maintains consistent presence and contact with the youth, effectively using his excellent communication skills to build collaborative relationships with everyone he's involved with. These qualities and efforts have gained him the respect and admiration of all youth and staff. His professionalism, patience, and gratitude are regularly highlighted by his peers, superiors, collateral agency partners, and myself. It's for these reasons and many, many more that we like to recognize Donnell as this year's Southwest Juvenile Hall Bert R. Van Horn Award winner. Thank you.
Also, I want to thank my team at Southwest Juvenile Hall, and also my probation team, Ms. Cloyd, Castaneda, and the list goes on. So I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate all the guidance and wisdom, and thank you to my Lord and Savior.
All right, the second Bert R. Van Horn Memorial Award is being presented by Ms. Rachel Leitenberg, Division Director for the Alan M. Krogan Youth Treatment and Education Center and Pathways to Success, to Mr. Eric Lopez, Probation Corrections Officer 2. So if I'll have you come up here.
Good afternoon. Thank you to the Juvenile Justice Delinquency Prevention Commission for hosting this ceremony, acknowledging the extraordinary work of the youth, our county employees, and our community members. I have the great honor, along with Supervising Probation Officer Michelle Ewing, Assistant Division Directors Todd Huff and Veronica Soto, in recognizing Eric Lopez Jimenez, our 2024 Bert R. Van Horn awardee. Mr. Lopez serves as a probation corrections officer at the Alan M. Krogan Youth Treatment Center Pathways to Success program. The namesake of both this award and that of the facility that you serve led long, prolific careers, ending their time as chief probation officers. So you know what that means. We have great expectations for your future. To Mr. and Mrs. Lopez Jimenez, we just thank you again for raising your son and lending him to us on a more than regular basis to serve in the capacity that he does. We so appreciate the commitment that you showed to him so that he could show the commitment that he is to our community and to our youth. For those of you who may not be familiar with probation institutions, we have an extraordinary mission. Not only does our department have a mission to serve the courts, protect our community, and change lives, but our particular mission in our institution is to create a safe and secure environment where clients who are facing extraordinary challenges have an opportunity to get in a space where they can face what has led them to that commitment and hopefully pick a new path. Mr. Lopez has had a significant contribution to the youth in our Secure Track program at our White Tech facility. Eric has exhibited exemplary job performance and is a steadying force in one of the department's most challenging programs. He has demonstrated outstanding dedication and commitment to creating a safe and secure environment for the youth in our facility. He is a mentor. He teaches life lessons to the youth. Through his guidance and support, Eric has helped youth navigate through some of life's most challenging circumstances. Recently, not only does Eric show a commitment to the work, but also to his colleagues. We had a critical incident at our facility. And Eric showed up despite the long hours that he had worked that night because of his commitment to his colleagues. He wanted to make sure that not only the kids in that unit, but his peers that he was working alongside, that they had the kind of support that only he could give, that stabilizing force that we talked about. So, as you probably can hear, he has this unwavering dedication to the mission of our organization, a willingness to go above and beyond to support the clients and the staff. And when I looked back at how much time he has spent at our facility, not only does he come the conventional 5 days a week we would expect, but add at least 1 to 3 extra days a week. A total of 8 to 16, 24 hours each week for the last year. He has been coming and working overtime to help support our facility. So we just want to thank you again for your commitment to our kids, to the commitment to your peers, and the commitment to this extraordinary mission that your position calls for to change lives. We know that that is exactly what you are doing. Yeah. Congratulations. Thank you.
All right, and our last Bert R. Van Horn Memorial Award is being presented by Emil Fisher, Assistant Division Director at Indio Juvenile Hall, to Juan Damian, Supervising Probation Officer. Emil and Juan.
I'm just beside myself. Twice I get to say good things about my people and celebrate today. So first, on behalf of this award, for the Bert Van Horn Award for Indio Juvenile Hall, I'll set the stage for how we got here. There's been a major transition. The local juvenile halls are embracing the closure of the Department of Juvenile Justice. This occurred last year. At that time, the remaining DJJ youth who were not eligible for release were returned to the local juvenile facilities. This population is highly sophisticated, and they've been adjudicated on the most serious of offenses. In addition, each of these identified returning youth had struggled with behavior issues at their time during DJJ and were all considered high risk. And they're coming to Indio Juvenile Hall. So we needed the A team on this one. So I looked at Damien, and he willingly accepted the assignment. In my head, unfortunately, this is where we meet the rubber meets the road. This is a tough assignment with tough kids and a big challenge ahead of you. And in my head, I'm thinking, I am handing you a grenade and the pin is pulled. This is how managers stay up at night, and this is where we either win or we don't. And Damien stepped up to the challenge. He not only coordinated with his team, we gave him the privilege to pick some of his key players. He did so. He negotiated a team. He brought them forward. He helped with the training. He kept us apprised of what was going on. And when these kids came on board, this is a recalculant group. This is the group that of everybody couldn't get released from DJJ. This is a group who has their lawyers on speed dial if they needed to. in an environment where we have a lot of advocacy groups providing us advice and are keeping an eye on us. And the state hadn't quite figured out what this program was going to look like. So we have a very shifting sand with a tough population and a hard mission ahead. And Damien brought forth his crew. When the kids tried to bring prison politics and tried to think we were all, they're all that, and we're going to bring Shawshank Redemption into Juvenile Hall, he's like, stop. We are treatment. We are here for you. We're here for our community, and we are going to restore you to healthy decisions and healthy processes and help you get home. And he stepped up to that. And when those kids came through, eventually, a lot of work, a lot of conversations, not to say everything was perfect, but everybody got released. No fights, no violence, and a whole lot of education and topics. And that is making me sleep well at night. And that is how we are proud of both Juan Damien stepping forward on behalf of Indio Juvenile Hall, but he's also just a symbol and a role model for Riverside County Probation Institutional Services. These guys work hard, long hours, sometimes ungrateful missions, and the sacrifices of their family. Thank you for loaning Juan to us. And she said thank you for the overtime too, so that's on them. But I know that detention is not always a popular topic in the community, but we are not 60 years ago. We are not even 10 years ago. We are all about restoring these kids to faith, family, and just bringing them so they can be healthy, productive members of the community. And Juan and his team exemplified that beyond the call of duty. Excellent work, and for that, we nominated him for this award. And the commissioners, we thank you for designating him. Good job. Well done. Yes. He's going to say something.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. It's been a wild 23 years of my career, loving what I do, detentions, long hours, working alongside many outstanding people, sharing the same goal and changing lives. Without them, Monica, Ms. Nieto, the Cake Foundation, Darnell, Ms. Tanya, retired Victor Regalado, anybody from Indio Juvenile Hall, this is a team award. I couldn't have done it without you. But most importantly, to my wife, for keeping me grounded, focused, and motivated every day. My kids, dealing with my long hours, as he says. Overtime is not, it's good, but it's not that good for me. I'd rather spend time at home with my real family. But I'm spending time, my long hours with my institutional family, which I enjoy. We get a lot of stuff done. We share, like I said, we share the same goals, and we're focused. But I want to thank the IJH team here, that's here right now, and back home. This is our award. This is for all of you. Thank you.
This next award is the Deputy Probation Officer Julio Beltran Memorial Award. And if it would be okay, I'd like to ask Mrs. Beltran to come up and stand beside me. The JJDPC is proud to announce the establishment of the Deputy Probation Officer Julio Beltran Award in honor of Riverside County Deputy Probation Officer Julio Beltran, who tragically lost his life due to complications from COVID-19 at the age of 34. Julio was a devoted father, husband, son, brother, and friend, and his absence has been deeply felt by all who knew him. Throughout the pandemic, Julio remained committed to serving his clients and community, even in the face of adversity. His dedication and hard work were evident to all who worked with him. Julio's impact was not only felt by his clients, but also by his colleagues who held him in high regard. Julio worked tirelessly with both juvenile and adult clients across various divisions, leaving a lasting impression on all those he encountered. His colleagues remember him as a vibrant, funny, and caring individual who always went above and beyond to help others. Julio is survived by his wife, Cachet, his son, Davidson, and his extended family, including his parents, Maria and Jesus, and his siblings, Mario, Margarita, Ada, and Yesenia. May Deputy Probation Officer Julio Beltran's legacy live on, inspiring all of us to continue his important work. I'd like to ask Division Director Shannon Crosby to come up and help present this award.
Good afternoon. I'm Shannon Crosby, the Probation Department Special Services Division Director. Joining me is Supervising Probation Officer Tabby Jeffries. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon as we celebrate the accomplishments of our youth, staff, and community partners. We would like to recognize the exceptional work and contributions of Deputy Probation Officer Adrian Olvera. Adrian has been assigned to an enhanced aftercare juvenile caseload for nearly 3 years. This specialized caseload is comprised of youth who are receiving treatment at the Youth Treatment and Education Center. They are assigned a probation officer upon their arrival into the program, and that probation officer remains with them throughout their treatment and return to the community. An aftercare caseload is very dynamic, and each youth has significant and often complex needs that require an individualized approach to stabilize things such as housing, familial trauma, and generational involvement in the criminal justice system. On a daily basis, Adrian shows tenacity and ingenuity in his case management and engagement with his clients. A lifelong member of the desert community, Adrian uses his resources, connections, and ties within the community to meet the needs of his clients. On any given day, he can be found taking his clients to a job interview, helping them with resumes, looking for job opportunities that are sustainable for them, or taking them to an appointment with a treatment provider. Adrian thinks creatively when looking for resources for his clients. He has gone to local gyms and construction companies to procure employment opportunities for his clients, as well as possible pro-social activities. He brings a practical and common sense approach to his case management and works with the youth and family within their capacity to achieve things to develop a practical aftercare plan that can lead to long-term change for the youth and their family. Adrian's positive relationship with Desert Region community partners has helped him obtain educational, vocational, and housing assistance for his clients and their families. He is the epitome of a team player. When the team has faced staffing shortages, he's been willing to step up and cover additional caseloads. This often means long traveling times due to the expansive area of coverage. Despite increased demands on his workload, he's always made sure each client has been given his full attention and provided them with all the resources they need. His dedication to youth and the probation department goes beyond his own caseload. He is also regularly assisting the transportation unit, helping them with their duties to get youth to and from court, medical appointments, and family visits. He also assists the department by working at the Pathways to Success Secure Youth Treatment Facility, which is located on the opposite side of the county, to further the mission of the department and be a resource and mentor to the highest needs youth. Adrian is dedicated and passionate about working with youth. He has made it his life's mission to help these youth become productive members of society. He is an outstanding probation officer and mentor for the youth our department serves. His ability to build a rapport with his clients is remarkable and the driving factor in creating the change necessary to guide these youth into adulthood. He is a valued member of the aftercare team and the Riverside County Probation Department. His positive attitude and infectious perspective of working with his probation clients is extraordinary and leaves a lasting impression on his peers and his clients and their families. It is for these reasons we are honored to present DPO Olvera with the Deputy Probation Officer Julio Beltran Memorial Award for his outstanding service in juvenile justice.
I was sitting in back and I told my wife, I didn't know if I was going to say something. I told Tabby, my supervisor, I'm not going to say nothing. Yeah, I'm not a very emotional man, but you know, with Julio, I worked with him for a few years and he was a great man. So getting this award, it means a lot to me. There's not a lot of things in life that mean a lot to me. But I do take, I try to be a man of character, a man of integrity. So getting this award and following in that footsteps and of a man who demonstrated that with me and as a co-worker, as a friend, it's my honor to be up here getting this award. And I do it for the love, the passion of what I do, right? My wife, she gets mad at me. I tell her story all the time. She goes, it's not fair. You like your job. You like your work. You know what I mean? I've been doing this since '99, right? But I've been in this game since, my mom's been teaching me when I was young, right? The struggles of life. And I always try to give these youth the opportunity to succeed. That's my motto, right? Let's figure out how to make it work. And so that's what I try to do every day. I try to measure myself. I'll measure myself against other men like Julio, right? Other people in the community. Am I doing what I need to do for them? Because it's not about me. It's not about my ego. It's not who I am. It's who they are and what they can be. So I do appreciate it. Thank you for this award. Thank you.
In honor of Julio Beltran, we have also today a special recognition that the JJDPC is presenting along with the Juvenile, the Probation Department, to Wayne Garner, who is a senior probation officer. And I'd like to have Pari Jamie, might have said that wrong, to say a few words about Wayne.
You know, Julio last worked at my division, my office, and he truly was vibrant and special to all of us. So this award means so much. Thank you, JJDPC, for considering this award. Family, friends, ladies and gentlemen, dignitaries, commissioners, thank you for allowing us to speak, and thank you for this space. It gives me a great honor to recognize Senior Probation Officer Wayne Garner for this wonderful special recognition. Senior PO Garner is responsible for a wardship caseload as well as his senior duties. He diligently supervises each youth on his caseload, ensuring the youth and their family are treated with respect and dignity, while assisting the youth in their rehabilitation journey. This man really has a knack for that. He is attentive, respectful, resourceful, and pays attention to the totality of circumstances regarding each youth entrusted to his care. Indeed, Senior PO Garner tries to instill the same approach as part of the training he provides to all the newly assigned Deputy Probation Officers in the Moreno Valley Juvenile Unit. Senior PO Garner is a motivated staff, reliable, dependable, and committed to his responsibilities. Mr. Garner, a heartfelt congratulations to you for today's recognition and achievement. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to first say thank you to God for this opportunity, for the recognition. I worked with Julio for several years, and he was a really good guy. one of the things that we had in common is that we both used to play football for North High School. And we both actually won CIF championships. I won mine, I'm gonna age myself, 10 years before he won his. But every time that he would see me, he would just bring it up every single time. He loved North High School. He loved talking about football. I mean, at times I'd be like, Julio, I got a job to do. And he'd be like, nah, man, you remember that play that you made or whatnot and everything else? And he was just a really good guy. And to get this opportunity to get an award after his name, I'm extremely appreciative and thankful. And thank you, guys.
Our next award is the Probation Corrections Officer Ryan Santana Memorial Award. At this time, I'd like to invite up the family members, his wife Haley, and their children, Aiden, Annabelle, and Troy, who are here. The JJDPC is honored to carry on the tradition of the Ryan Santana Award for Probation Corrections Officers, established in 2023 in memory of Riverside County Probation Corrections Officer Ryan, who tragically passed away on December 23rd, 2021, due to complications from COVID-19. Ryan Santana dedicated his service to the Riverside County Probation Department from January 2016 at Riverside Juvenile Hall until December 2021 at AMC YTech. Known for his warmth and humility, Santana had a special way of connecting with both the youth under his care and his colleagues. Highly regarded by staff and youth alike, Probation Officer Santana was known for his friendly demeanor and willingness to assist others. He is survived by his wife and 3 young children. While Santana excelled in his role as a PCO, his true pride and joy were his family. He spoke of them with great affection, allowing others to feel as though they knew them personally. His deep love and admiration for his wife Haley and their children Aiden, Annabelle, and Troy was evident to all who knew him. Sharing stories of his family brought a smile to Santana's face, reflecting the goodness and kindness that defined him. His impact was felt not only in his work with youth and colleagues, but most profoundly within his own family. Santana's passing will always be a loss felt deeply by all who had the privilege of knowing him. I'd like to have Todd Huff, Assistant Division Director at AMC YTech and Pathways, as well as Ms. Kathy Scott, Probation Correction Officer 2. Assistant Division Director Huff will present the award for the Ryan Santana Memorial Award to Ms. Kathy Scott.
Thank you. I first want to say that it is an honor to present this award, the Ryan Santana Memorial Award. Not only is it an honor to present this award, but I had a privilege of supervising Ryan Santana in his first year. Now, I don't know if you guys remember Riverside Juvenile Hall. If you worked in Riverside Juvenile Hall, you know that there's a big window, right in control, and you could see all the officers coming in. And every time Ryan Santana came into the hall, he had a huge smile. You could hear his laugh. You could hear his passion and motivation that he had. It was awesome, him being in my unit, and you can hear the kids laugh because of his awesome jokes, right, that he used to tell, right? But his positive attitude was just contagious in the unit. He had this calming demeanor with the kids. He loved to counsel the kids and de-escalate and really take care of the kids. He had a passion, right, to change lives, which is what we do. And those are the characteristics that you do exemplify, Kathy Scott. So let me just give you a brief description. She does a lot. Kathy Scott has been with her department for over 21 years of service, which is fantastic. She's a line officer who has definitely made a significant contribution to the juveniles at YTech and the Pathways Success Secure Track program. PCO Scott has consistently exhibited exemplary job performance and has gone above and beyond her regular job duties to create a positive and nurturing environment for the youth under her care. She comes in with a smile, she leaves with a smile, has laughter, and again, just like Ryan, has a passion to change the lives of the youth under her care. She has demonstrated exceptional dedication and commitment to the well-being and development of the youth in our facility. Her ability to engage and really connect with a challenging population in the Secure Track program is truly commendable. Through her thoughtful and creative approach, Ms. Scott has successfully developed and implemented engaging programs that keep the youth busy, mentor them, and provides them with valuable opportunities for growth and personal development. One accomplishment that stands out is PCO Scott's instrumental role in leading the unit to victory in the holiday decorating contest. You should have seen the Halloween. The Halloween decorating was unbelievable. The effort and enthusiasm she put in organizing and coordinating the decorations not only brought joy and excitement to the youth, but also fostered a sense of unity and camaraderie among them. It's great to see a lot of our youth didn't have time to be a kid. And when she comes in, she makes sure that they have the opportunity to enjoy their youth, even though they are in our facility. This achievement is a testament to PCO Scott's ability to create a positive and inclusive environment where the youth feel valued and motivated to participate. In addition to her exceptional work in program development and holiday decorations, PCO Scott consistently demonstrates professionalism, empathy, and a genuine concern for the well-being of the youth. She has shown great patience, day in and day out, understanding, and the ability to de-escalate conflicts, ensuring a safe and supportive environment for all. Her dedication, creativity, and unwavering commitment to the youth in our Secure Track program makes her a truly exceptional line officer. Her positive impact on the lives of these youth cannot be overstated. And it is my honor, and I know Division Director Rachel Leitenberg's honor, to present the Ryan Santana Memorial Award to Kathy Scott.
Thank you, Riverside County family. I'm truly honored. Without getting emotional, I worked with Mr. Santana in the girls unit, and challenging, but he was like my mentor. And every morning he would come in with this laugh, and I knew, okay, we're gonna have a great shift. You know, working in the girls unit, it was tough, but we had a game plan, and we were able to execute it. And I want to thank you for having him with us for all. I miss him truly. Every morning when I come in, we have his picture at the door, and I look up at it, and I'm just saying, you're still here with us, dude. And I want to thank you. Thank you very much. And I just want to let my family know, see, I do have a real job. A lot of my family gives me a hard time that I don't work, but you guys heard them. Thank you.
I don't know where she's hiding her paycheck.
Our next award is the Service Above Self Award, presented by the Commission. And it is presented today to Riverside County Deputy John Mongus, who's from the Cabazon Station. Captain Evan Peterson will briefly introduce the deputy and highlight his accomplishments.
We want to thank the commission for having us. I will say, as I have some community members here, for police commanders of each of the sheriff's station, any of our brothers and sisters in blue, we go through a variety of, I will say, challenging situations where we have to direct resources depending on, obviously, the severity of the matter. And so when roughly at the beginning of the year, those who live in the Pass area, for us, we remember a very large campus in Lower Beaumont called Child Help that transitioned last year to Harmony Haven, the county taking it over, and coming to the sheriff and our department regarding what are some of the strategies that are going to be helpful to what I will quantify, and you all are the true probation experts on this, I recognize, but I will quantify as the 14 to 17-year-old age group of on their last leg, I hate to say. Extremely troubled, flirting the system of crime and all the bad things that go along with that. And so as they presented this challenge to us, one of the questions they asked us was, we truly need assistance in navigating, as I look statistically as a commander, and I am getting a huge volume of calls from this, I will say, new group home campus each day, and how we can minimize some of that. And so as we formulated a plan and had to look at what are some of the strategies that I can take somebody out of the streets and out of their regular job and regular assignment, I will say, and embed them into the campus for a month. It was interesting reading the program and seeing on the back, as the JJDPC is dedicated to the promotion of an effective juvenile justice system operated in an environment of credibility, dignity, fairness, and respect for youth of Riverside County. That was the big part that me being a dad of mid-teens, low 20s, I knew one of the tools that I had to find was something similar for dealing with that age range. And so for that, as the commission called, and the month played out in what was an extremely effective matter. That last part that I knew in picking Deputy Mungus, it was kind of a no-brainer in similar age kids. And that piece of the fairness and respect for youth, it went massively successful. I watched statistics, I watched my deputies say, sir, you got to help us on the amount of calls for service we're getting every day at this location, to damn near nothing for the month that we embedded him into the process, into the program, partnering with CPS, partnering with probation on site, and all of those people made it so that we had a very successful showing of what I presume is going to be more of an involvement of helping guide them, not teetering all the way onto the criminal side. And so for that, I want to introduce Deputy John Mungus. He was highly successful for us and for the commission. Thank you very much for the award for Deputy Mungus on the service above self.
Thank you.
Man of many words. This is our Legacy Award, and it's a discretionary award that the commission chooses to distribute every year. The reason for the intrigue and the reason I asked to present this, along with my colleagues, is that it's being presented to one of our own. This individual gives of her time absolutely tirelessly. I think is on her fourth four-year term. She served as a mentor, serves continually as a mentor for me. And if nothing else, she has helped us all decode the acronyms that are involved in government. It is our pleasure, collectively, with all my colleagues, to present this to Laurel Cook. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The next 20 minutes are yours.
Oh, no, we're going to cut this short. I mean, this part. Thank you, Chris, and thank you for all of the commissioners for what you do, for stepping up and for doing work that needs to be done. And thank Paul. Appreciate you very much. No, thank you. And if anybody's interested, we do have openings for the board, and you can apply. We make it very easy. But thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is my last chance to say something off script. I've been doing this for about 2 years, and I think, you know, I know there are a lot of people in the room that know these numbers, but these people that are here care for over 5,000 kiddos from Riverside County That's how many, actually it's considerably more than that, are cared for or in the system. And their dedication, we meet monthly, and quarterly we have a big meeting. It's an all-day meeting, and a lot of the people in this room are there. And I don't think I ever let that meeting end without thanking them for their hard work and dedication, because they really blow me away. I think it's kind of the sign of our times that we like to grouse about where we're at as a society, and everything's going to heck, and what are we going to do, and wish things would be better for our grandkids. And I'm here to tell you that this room and the people that work in probation and in our child care system are proof that we're not going to heck. I have coffee 4 mornings a week at about 6 a.m. with a group of men who are considerably older than me, if you can believe that. They're all in their 80s. Some are 86, 87, and they're very active. And they're often, what do you do at coffee at 6 in the morning? You grouse, right? You talk about politics, you talk about the weather, you talk about Sacramento. But oftentimes they're prone to grouse about the way things are going. And I'm the guy that says, no, wait a minute. Let me tell you why you're wrong. And it's because of my experience on this commission and the really hard work of the people that I've been blessed to meet that work for probation. So I want to thank you. Give yourself a hand. My last award is the Caregiver of the Year Award, presented by this commission and the Riverside County Department of Public Social Services. The award is given to Monica Morales, Monique, I apologize, and I'm going to get this next one really wrong. Mohan wait a minute, I've got it. I practiced this. Confasami, close? I'm sorry. And Isaiah Harrow, Christina and Christopher Keener, and Emma Jackson. And I'd like to call up Deputy Director Allison Donahue Beggs to talk about this award and present it to the Caregiver of the Year recipients.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Allison Donahoe Beggs, and I am a Deputy Director with Children's Services, Department of Public Social Services. I, along with my Assistant Director, Bridget Hernandez, would like to first thank the JJDPC commissioners for this lovely afternoon and for letting DPSS be a part of this ceremony. We want to thank all of you for being here and joining us in recognizing National Foster Care Month, whose theme is strengthening minds, uplifting families, highlighting the need to take a holistic and culturally responsive approach to supporting our foster youth. In Riverside County Children's Services, we have a little over 3,000 youth in foster care. Nationally, that number is over 400,000. So we want to express our deep appreciation for our foster parents and caregivers who have opened their homes and their hearts to our youth. Today, we recognize 4 families who have done just that. These families have provided a healthy, loving, and stable home environment where youth can heal and thrive. So we have a little special treat. We want to show a video that our awesome communications team have put together with the 4 families that have been chosen for Riverside County Caregiver of the Year 2024.
I've always had a passion for children. I remember when I met Tom, I told him, would you be open to adoption? And we were just dating, because that's something that I really wanted to know, that if he would be, because I always thought, yes, we'll get our own kids, it's easier to raise them, but how would it be to raise somebody it's a child that really needs a home. So that's how I asked him, and he said, yeah, for sure.
When she first, gave me that first big hug and let us know that she loved me, loved mom, that I think that kind of pretty much hit it home.
Yes. Even before she moved in, she was calling us mom and dad, and you could tell she really wanted to be part of our family. And now I'm like already getting emotional. We barely started, so you're gonna have to cut it out.
It's very rewarding to see the kids that while they are in your care, they're thriving, I'm a single parent. I was asked if I could foster these 3 kids for 3 months. They ended up staying with me. And then I find out there were 4 sisters split in 2 different homes. So that's when I decided to bring them all together and, so they won't be apart. Out of the 7 siblings, I still have 4, till this day.
We're fostering 3 babies, ages 1, 2, and 3 at the moment. I didn't know the extent of how much need there is for foster kids. And I have the time, we have the home, and we've been really blessed in our finances. So why not give kids an opportunity to have a little bit of a better life while they're going through a hard experience? They're thriving. They're going to school, they're talking. They love brushing their teeth now when before they've never brushed their teeth. Very outspoken kids now, like, no, mom, I don't want this. Yes, mom, when before they were just like so timid and quiet. So they're very independent. I let them, even though if I know they're gonna put their shoes on backwards, I let them try, do it themselves, and then I'll just go fix it for them. And for us, it's life-changing as well.
There's that joy once you see somebody has thrived. This kid was at this kind of condition, but now he has achieved a lot. Yeah, so that's the joy.
When you see the child come to your house and you realize what he's been through, there's a fulfillment that you feel when you actually see this is what it was and this is how it is right now. And so I've always been driven by seeing results.
We always wanted to have a big family, and we have 3 of our own children, and it's just great that we could add another just out of nowhere. All of a sudden, boom, we got 4. I don't think of myself as a foster parent. I identify as her mother and planning for her future. Like, there's like not an end date. We're always planning on, oh, yeah, this is what's going to happen with your life. What do you want to do? These are your possibilities. And it just comes natural, like with our other children. We have 4, and we're so grateful.
You know how the wheel goes back again, and they ended up doing the same things. But once we break that cycle and the kid start believing in himself that he can do, any goals. I mean, you can see in this kid's eyes, hope.
I wish I would have did it a couple years ago. Not only benefits the kids, but it fulfills your heart too, knowing that you're helping kids in need. I didn't know how much kids were in need, how much kids were in the system. There's a lot, and everybody needs a home, especially the teenagers. That's my next goal. I want teenagers. Yeah.
If you're thinking about being a foster parent, it's the most rewarding thing that you can do in your life. The journey is not as easy, it's not as rosy. It's a lot of struggles, but it's worth it. It's worth it at the end of the day. No matter how difficult the situation looks, it's really worth it. We feel like we are a complete family.
My advice is let somebody in, just so you know how much more love is available out there.
It's so hard to find somebody to take a 16, 17-year-old. It's hard to go through that.
We'd probably do it again one of these days.
They are all an inspiration, aren't they? I meant to tell you to grab Kleenex, but hopefully It was just very inspiring. So I'm going to call up the families one by one. I'm going to read a little bit of a blurb. I'm going to go in reverse order. I'm just going to shake things up a bit. They're going to get 3 plaques today. You're going to get a plaque from the Board of Supervisors, a plaque from the JJDPC, and a plaque from DPSS. And I just want to read ours. It is the Riverside County Children's Services Division honors and acknowledges our families for your outstanding commitment and dedication as a caregiver to the foster children of Riverside County. We thank you, and it's from our director, Charity Douglas. All right, so I'm going to bring up our first honoree, Emma Jackson, and I don't know if her husband, Tom, wants to come up too. Come on up. So as they're coming up, I'm going to say a few words. Emma and Tom are the epitome of compassion, dedication, and reliability when it comes to youth in their care. Being a foster parent takes the ability to juggle responsibilities, and they stay on top of everything. They truly have the heart and determination to be amazing foster parents. There you go. So we'll take a picture right up front. Would you like to sing? Oh, you would like to sing? You don't have to do that.
I'm not very good at this, but anyway, thank you so much for having us. We really honored. We feel honored to be in the presence of all of you, and also to be among all those amazing people that we've had and that have received awards today. I must say that for us to be able to accomplish the good work for taking care of these children that are in the system is obviously with a lot of help from our social worker. My social worker, Alina, has worked so hard to help me, to be there for me, to answer questions, to answer calls, to do all that, and that helps us to be able to become the best that we can be. I'm truly amazed by everybody who is behind us and helps us through, Bianca and everybody else who is a foster parent who we can always call to ask for resources, doctors, everybody. We truly appreciate the help and the backup that we have. Thank you.
Next, we want to honor Christina and Christopher Keener. Come on up. And as they come up, as you can see from the video, the Keeners took in a teenager with complex needs. This teen has blossomed in their home because she was made to feel like she was part of the family from day one. She's set to graduate from high school and is very active in school activities and has plans to attend college, right? Yes? Congratulations. Thank you so much. Would you like to say a few words? Okay, that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. We'll take a picture. Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for recognizing the award. I just wanted to tell my wife, this is normal for her to be so affectionate and caring and loving. So I'm very, very happy that she is finally being recognized for all these, all the normal stuff you do in your life. I love you.
Next, we want to honor Isaiah Haro. Come on up. Isaiah always looks out for the best interests of the children in his care. As you heard, he welcomes 7 siblings into his home. I mean, that just alone, wow. It is rare to find families, parents who will take in large sibling sets. That's always a need. He is able to stay on top of all of their school activities, which is a feat in and of itself. His social worker describes him as someone who always goes above and beyond for his kids. Thank you so much, Isaiah. Would you like to say a few words?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to thank for this award. But also this award is a team award because I couldn't have done it without my county and agency social workers. Esther Thomas, Pam Tarango, Barbara Castillo, Rod Insenberg. Thank you so much for you guys always being there and when I need it. And thank you for your support. Thank you.
And finally, we want to honor Monique Morales and her husband Mohan Mathasamy. So the social worker wrote in this nomination that just watching Monique and her husband interact with the children, you can see how much she cares for them, 3 under the age of 4. Monique is flexible and adaptable, 2 key qualities of a foster parent. She always follows through. Kids need to know you're there for them no matter what, right? And provides consistency for her children. Thank you so much. We're so honored to give this to you today.
Thank you, guys.
Would you like to say a few words?
First, I just want to thank my family for the support, because it's not easy taking care of 3 under 3. They're 3 under 3. And I have a great support system, and also to all the county social workers, and especially Miss Lidio Guevara from my NOTS agency. She's wonderful. I'm always there with any questions that I have, and just there for the kids. So I just want to say thank you, guys. Oh.
Thank you. All right, we are at the end. We want to make sure that we thank our dedicated staff, Miss Cynthia McGill, who does all of the work for us. She is behind the scenes doing a lot of work all of the time. So thank you for that, as well as Kathy Peach, wherever she is. She did a lot of work for us as well. So thank you to her. Thank you to everybody who came today for spending the time with us to honor the Riverside County community. And for those of you who go above and beyond every single day to make an immeasurable impact on our youth. Thank you for spending your time here today. Thank you for those dignitaries that also came. I know that Supervisor Karen Spiegel was here as well. Thank you very much. So thank you very much. We appreciate your time and being here today, and congratulations to all our awardees.